and welcome back to MD Global Muscle Radio.
What? It's Saturday. Why are you here? It's a Saturday.
Well, AJ, I'm glad you asked that because with my learned colleague, AJ, all the way from Norway, AJ, after the Olympia...
No, but it's a Saturday.
AJ, people were crying.
But it's not a Monday.
People were crying, AJ. No episodes for 2 weeks.
No, but Giles, it's a Saturday. You can't give him 2 episodes in 1 week.
Well, AJ, we're very generous here at MD Global Muscle Radio.
So why are we here on the Saturday?
Well, I'm glad you asked that, AJ. Well, I think one reason there was no episode for 2 weeks. Very sorry about that. 2, we spoke something into existence that is very, 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 very cool. And we're very happy about our friend Brandon Curry, AJ. He did it. Cool, isn't it? Cool. AJ, what did Brandon Curry do this year? Give me the first thing.
First, he came in like Ronnie Coleman. He won the Arnold Classic.
He came, he saw.
He conquered William Bonac the Conqueror.
He conquered William the Conqueror. Yeah.
At Arnold Classic.
Correct.
We started the hype train. Everybody else started the hype train.
Yes.
Confident.
Yeah, well, we started it and they jumped on it.
Yeah, there you go. They jumped on our hype train.
Yeah, they jumped on it.
Then he went
and they didn't even buy a ticket.
And then he went to Kuwait with all the hype with him. Mm-hmm. He was calm and collected. Wasn't he calm during his prep?
AJ, I was
cool as ice.
I interviewed him in his room on the Wednesday, 3 days before he won the Olympia. And I was like, I have never seen anyone so genuinely cool, calm, relaxed, focused. He was like, guys, just go get my food. He sit there, no drama, no fuss. And it's just like, it's almost like he'd already seen that he was going to, he's like, I've already won it. And I'm going to just sail in, do my thing, put my game face on. I'm going to pull out an amazing routine. I'm going to come in bigger, better than I've ever been before. And I'm going to win the Olympia.
He came Friday pre-judging. It was close with Bonac and Hadi. They were very all close.
Top 3. Yeah,
all looked good.
Yeah.
Saturday, he improved. He killed them with the posting routine. He killed them with the confidence.
He claimed it.
Yeah. And now here is our champion, Brandon Curry. And we have the Global Muscle Olympia interview with him coming up.
We had to do something special, something extra, something to really... I mean, I'm not saying he doesn't... there's a lot of fun. We have all the best of the best on this show, AJ. But I felt like we had to pull this one out and do something a little bit extra special, just to acknowledge what this man and his wife, Brandy, because they're a team, to acknowledge just what he'd achieved and give him something special, something extra, and also to the MD Global Muscle viewers, and really just give them something a little extra.
20 seconds, Chris, and then Giles. 20 seconds, Chris. Say something to Brandon Curry from the heart.
From the heart.
Brandon, and I've known you for many, 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 many weeks.
Many weeks.
And to the UK fans in my home base, as well as fans around the world,
Wigan.
Congratulations, Jay.
Yeah.
Amazing job.
Amazing
job.
Giles, say something from the heart. 20 seconds.
AJ, I mean, he did it's not even the unthinkable because only 2 other men have done that, won the Arnold Classic and won the Olympia. But honestly, I know I keep saying about it, but I mean, I can just remember that end of that 2016 press conference. I've spoke to Brandy. The things they went through, he was ready to give up and call it a day. But Brandy says, no, you've got to take it. You've got to see this through. You've got to take it all the way and claim what is yours. And the last 2-3 years, it's just been...
Brandon Curry, I watched you since I was a little kid. You were just a little man, looked like you could do men's physique.
He was a model.
You were a model. You grew up. And I hope one day to have a life like you with the family and the kids.
Wonderful.
And I'm really proud of you. And you are what the IFBB Pro League needs.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a fantastic Mr. Olympia and a wonderful role model. And that's all we can say, really. Well, I hope you like this special winner interview with Brandon Curry, 2019 Arnold Classic champion. But bigger than that, better than that, he won the 2019 Mr. Olympia.
Guys, if you drink alcohol, have a drink. If you smoke the ganja, take a joint and enjoy.
Raise a glass to Brandon Curry, because that's an amazing achievement. So hope you enjoy this. And AJ,
we are out.
And welcome back to MD Global Muscle Radio here at the Pumping Studios, joined by my co-host AJ all the way from Norway. And AJ, who have we got?
2019 Bodybuilder of the Year, the 15 Mr. Sandow winner, Brandon Curry! Oh!
Hi, Brandon, how are you?
Oh, the champ is in the building!
Yes!
Oh.
As you can tell, Brandon, we're a bit excited about what you've achieved.
Sandow in the background.
Look at that. Look at it poking out of his ear.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know where we start.
Where do we start?
Chris, you help us out, mate. Where do we start?
Where do we start? So how are you feeling now, 3 weeks after your historic win?
Oh.
Well, of course I'm happy. Of course I'm very happy. But, it's a bit of an overwhelming experience. A lot of new ventures, a lot of new things in life coming up. So it's just can be quite overwhelming at times, but it's definitely exciting. It's definitely a good point in life right now.
Yeah. Brandon, you've not wasted any time either. I'm so happy with what you and Brandy have done with your not your social media, but the content and the stuff you're doing with your... It's like literally, I think, was it 2 days after you went out and you were there? I mean, check out Brandon's Instagram where he's... Tell us about that. A couple of days after you went with the kids with the American football. Tell us about that.
My home life is very active, so I'm around a lot of different crowds of people, typically because of my children and the things that they're involved in. Yeah. So being I had to take them to practice when I got home, the things I took the kids to practice. Of course, I had Sandow in my trunk, so I wanted to make sure I shared that with particularly my son's teams in general, and use them as knowing me and seeing that I've been gone and the sacrifices I made to kind of set an example in the community of men that we have to work for what we want. We really have to strive for what we want, and if we really, really want something, then it's going to require some mental toughness, some physical toughness. It's going to require some endurance, but we can't give up. Even if we fail at times, we still have to persevere and basically push through. So I just kind of use my story as an example of that for real life eyes and the young kids to see. And then I've got some other requests from like coaches that coach high school teams that actually play with my son and stuff like that to speak to them and whatnot. So I've taken on some of these opportunities as my schedule permits to give back to the youth, and I'll continue as long as my schedule allows.
Did you have a plan before you won the Olympia and said, look, Brandy, if I win, this is what we need to do? Or was it like you've just literally jumped on it and you've just... Because I've been speaking to Brandy and you've got a lot of things in the pipeline and stuff like that, but was any of this planned before you won of what you were going to do once you're Mr. Olympia?
No. It's stuff like this is kind of like, it's hard to really like plan and anticipate. It's pretty much organic in just being a part of my local community, which has been very, very supportive of me. And it's just pretty much happened organically as I've gotten out and people see me, and I've been able to share my win with people, and the local support around here is quite amazing. I mean, from contacting from TV, radio, all kind of people in the community. Old ladies come up to me. I heard about you on the radio, and they, so.
Keep on. I'm not worried. That's why I don't think it's planned, because this is sometimes this is Brandon Curry's. It was his destiny. And when it's
Number 15.
And when it's your destiny to win the Olympia, you don't need to plan the future. It's in you. It's in you. Like same with our show. This is our purpose.
Yeah.
We don't plan this show.
Yeah.
It's all. So it's same with Curry. When he's been with the same woman for that long. who used to also be a bikini competitor.
Yep.
Then she's a smart businesswoman. He has 3 kids of his own and his stepdaughter. There's no messing around with Abdullah in Kuwait. He crushed the Arnold. He did the Olympia. It wasn't even a discussion. He's gonna win this Olympia. He did it, and it's just it's so great when you see things that's meant to be happen, Brandon. It's just It's special, Brandon. We're in the moment, Giles. Huh? We're in the, you know what Peter McGough used to write things. Yeah. We're in that plot right now.
Yeah, history.
It's very special to be part of it, Brandon. We're very privileged.
I'm glad that you guys can be a part of this with me, and you guys can ride on this journey with me. It's been surreal. It's been fun. You know, it's man, the amount of doors that are opening up, the amount of things that I'm probably gonna have access to. Continue to blow my mind. Yeah. So you know, it's still continuing. It's just building, and you'll see some of the fruits of what we got going on right now come out later next year, and some this year we'll see. But it's just wow. I mean, I couldn't have planned this. No way. I could have planned this myself, and you know, I'm just humbled by the opportunity to represent our sport. You know, the best that I can.
I mean, I interviewed you on the Wednesday in Vegas in your hotel, and you were very much like, you were so busy concentrating on what you needed to be doing right at that moment with your food. Abdullah was coming to your room every few hours, looking at you, checking on you, and it's like like I said, have you thought about your acceptance speech and everything like that? And you were just like, well, not really, because I'm too busy concentrating on what I need to concentrate on right now because I need to stay focused.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of stay in the moment. I mean, the moment for me is probably the best way for me to be. I don't have to overthink anything. I don't have to overanalyze. Yeah. I just like to go through the process. And I think when those moments come, like in victory, man, I mean, it made it better that it just came. You know, it just came and went. I turn around, talking about my family. I turn around and they're right there. Yeah. I mean, you know, that's stuff that, you know, I can't write that. So I just kind of stay within the moments that I can control right as now, and just take advantage of that. And of course, I can think towards the future and I can envision things, but you know those things don't happen unless you really focus on the moment that you're in. So
when do you think I've got this? What part and what of the whole Olympia show of those 2 days? Because I remember when. I think I really saw a real look in your eye of like, I have got this. When they moved you into the center and you did that and you went like that, and you could I was like, he's got it. He's got it.
Yeah,
he's got it. He's got it.
I was a little bit Friday. I was a little bit obviously I was speaking it into existence. So on Friday, everywhere I must say, Hadi Chupan and Bonak, fantastic bodybuilders. Very good. It was close with them. This wasn't like it was a close. They were close, but on Friday, because the one thing I've been worried about with Curry is his posing routines. Sometimes I want a little bit more. On the boards I've been vocal about those routines are a little bit. Come
on, Brandon, step it up.
When you did the routine in the yellow thong. Oh, the confidence. And at the end, you know, when you said against Bonak and Hadi, the way you looked at the judge and you were the man in charge.
Holding his poses more.
Holding it more. And you knew you won then, didn't you?
Yeah. Well, the whole process in general was kind of like I was just grabbing those pieces of confirmation that this weekend was going my way. I mean, even when it came to like picking up my car, I had something bad happen to one of the cars I picked up. It was just a little bit too low profile, and I think the valet messed it up trying to park it. But then my wife turns around, she's like, "You got to get a new car, just get that one back." So she goes out of her way, get another car that was just, man, it was awesome. You know what I'm saying? And it was nice. And the guy who brought it to me, you know, he was like, he looked me up, so he knew what he was expecting. And, you know, he was just real diligent with me. And I met some really good people that whole weekend. Like the whole weekend I met good people, had good interactions. And every moment seemed like it was a confirmation of what was about to happen. I didn't feel any stress. I didn't feel any resistance
So
whatsoever.
I interviewed Brandon in the hotel room, and I was like, "Are you sure you're doing a contest in 2 days? You're so laid back." And he's like, "Yeah, sure. I'm just doing what I need to do, and I'm focused, relaxed." And I mean, I could see, Mr. Chilled.
Yeah, it was just kind of like walking into something, and it was just a different competitive experience for me, because I was coming there expecting to actually really compete, and I was looking for those moments to feel like that was the case. And it was almost like I was left like empty-handed when it came to that feeling that I was looking for, and it was just like, okay, I want to be here. I want to have this happen, but I want to be humble enough just not to just ultimately expect it just because, I want to make sure I'm working enough towards what I want in the process. And so I just looked at it like that, but I'm just telling you, it was the most different win that I've ever experienced in my life. It was just not the same as any win I've ever had.
So, I mean, I can't imagine that feeling when you knew your name was called, because they always announce that they don't say the runner-up, they say the new Mr. Olympia. I mean, because I interviewed you right afterwards, and you were like, you just kept using the word process. Giles, I just need to process it, and you look like high, like you were just completely overawed because there was so much going on outside. There was such an atmosphere.
Yeah, but Giles, imagine winning the title.
But you could see it was like it hadn't even sunken in. So, what was that like when you actually heard your name, Brandon? Because the whole arena just completely erupted.
Well, it's probably more funny than serious at that point, because in my mind I'm thinking, okay, Bob's gonna take forever.
Yeah.
So I'm prepared for Bob to take forever. Okay, he's gonna take forever to say his name, my name, I guess I was thinking.
Yeah.
So I was preparing myself for that, and I was like, here we go. Okay, stay inside yourself. Stay here. Wait for whatever happens to happen. So I was just trying to keep myself in a space of just patience at that point. And when I heard it, it was like, okay, it's this this timing thing was what it was about, because for me it was about timing, and this whole prep has been about timing, preparation, just timing. And I just felt like, man, okay, this really is time. And it's like almost as if you say, okay, now what? Now what? What's next? What is next? Because I know that this is one accomplishment, but you always have to be open to what's next, what you do with it, what responsibilities you have in your hand now. So it's more of a what next, because I want to be ready for what's ahead of me.
Yeah.
I want to be ready for the challenges that I'm going to face the next day and the next day. So I was just mentally preparing myself for, okay, what's next? What kind of interviews I'm going to have? What's coming up with the rest of this process? Like,
for me, I felt like you really claimed the victory when you did your posing routine. That's where I saw a different look in your eye. I've never seen that kind of. It's like you believed that you could win it. You really you were telling everyone with your eyes and your body language and the way you pose. I've never seen you pose like that before. But for me, that was like, because I saw Bonac and he did a really good routine. I was like, oh, he looks really good. Hadi was great. But then I was like, Brandon's got this. He's already won this.
And down on the floor. But now, Curry, it starts the...
It's Mr. Olympia, actually. Mr. Olympia.
We need you to defend the title next year. We need you to win this title, Curry. We need you to keep it. Because there are some haters out there saying some things.
Hey, you know what? The narrative definitely creates itself. And that's what I've been waiting for. Is like the narrative to develop. And I've been taking all the energy from those things going into the future. I like this potential narrative that they're creating, the way it's set up, because it produces the challenge that I need and I want and I desire to move forward. Because without a challenge, it can make the journey a little bit lackluster. But I want that. I need this motivation to continue to come in the best I can. The fact of the matter is, we know that I didn't come in 100%. We know that, right? And the fact of the matter is that I still have room enough to improve upon the package that I brought to this stage.
Right.
So we can say that if I won this title and I was just my all-time best, then, you know, where do I go from here? But we know in our minds that I have plenty of room to improve and go from here.
That's what I said. That's what I said.
And I think that makes me more dangerous than anyone else that's going to step on the stage.
Brandon, that's exactly what I said in the last episode, because to be in a position where, you know, if you reach like absolute perfection, saying, well, that's pretty much the best with his frame and everything else, that's the best look that person, you know, that person could bring. But you're in a very good position because there are improvements you can make to your physique with like certain balance and conditioning and sort of, you know, detail and separation. So like you said, that does make you really dangerous for next year because you've got a full year now to make those improvements. And it's not like you have to, someone's saying, right, this guy really needs like 25 pounds more muscle to really be able to hold on to this if so-and-so's here and so-and-so's there. Because you don't, you just need... And it's really like the next year is going to be very exciting, very exciting.
You know, the conversation is great because, you know, I got this. I got the title already.
Yeah.
You got to come take it from me. You know, you got to come take it from me. And don't think I'm not working and know that you're not coming to try to take it from me.
Can we see?
And, you know, and I'm an athlete at face value, and I'll be damned if I'm just going to sit here and just let somebody come and just take it from me.
Yeah.
Can we see the title?
You know? Huh?
Can we see the sandow? It's in the behind.
You see, oh yeah,
He's blocking it. He's blocking it.
You see
Beautiful.
it, right?
I actually, I have touched it.
Can't you take it in front and tell people?
I touched it. One of the Q8 lads, and I just went and touched it.
It's not going to be easy to come and take that away from you. That's for sure, huh?
No, I need one with my name on it. I need one with my name on it.
Yeah, because they've got all the names. All the Olympia winners have got all their names on the trophy.
Yeah.
On the Sandow.
Yeah.
So next year he's going to have his on there as a defending. Like Dexter's is on there, Phil's is on there. Is that correct? That's correct, isn't it?
There's only 14 names on that trophy right now. I need the one with 15.
Oh man.
So Brandon, what was it like when? Because what day did you get home? Because you competed on the Saturday. I know you had photo shoots.
I got home Monday. I got home
Monday?
No, Tuesday.
It was Tuesday.
Molly says Tuesday. Sorry, she's here. That's my support, and she brought me some food. So.
Oh. Hey, say hi, Brandy. Say hi, Brandy.
Oh, she's coming.
I did my scrubs.
Hey!
I did my scrubs.
Oh, she's in a scrub.
We get man.
That's the dream team right there, guys.
Oh,
Chris, that is the dream team, mate. Dream team.
man, what a fantastic experience, huh?
And they got their fifth child just poking out the back there.
Where?
Fifth child there, look, the Sandow.
Oh yeah. And we have
no, that's number 6.
Oh, number 6. Oh,
yeah.
How many got? Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I've lost count.
And there's a lot
number
of
5.
And there's a lot of new exciting things, Curry, that your wife has been telling me that's going to happen with you, but I can't snitch.
AJ. Look, Brandon, look. See, what you don't realise is we're actually part of your management team.
Yeah,
now.
we're part of your management
And Brandy
team.
consults us regularly. Look his eyes. She's off now. She's off. No. It's I mean,
there's some things he has no idea about, so he's always like he asks me these questions, and I just tell him just be quiet. Don't ask me. I'm gonna tell you everything that I want you to know right now because there's some surprises, and he's like, I know he's trying to figure everything out. But.
No, I'm not. I'm not trying to figure everything out. She just can't keep everything to herself. She's trying not to tell me.
This is
well, we're part of the inner circle now.
Oh, this is going to be. We feel like this reminds me of the Lee Haney. You know the Lee Haney aura, your family era.
Oh, aura.
Aura, is it?
Okay.
Aura, yeah. We feel the same vibe from you guys.
Really?
That's an honor to say.
Yeah, we love Lee and Shirley. You
Yeah.
know? And you know what's funny is Lee is Lee. His wife's name is Shirley Lee.
Brandy.
He's Brandon Lee. I'm Brandy Lee.
So I'm looking for my Giles Lee.
And they were also together from the beginning, you know, and all the way to the end.
I think they met in the 4th grade.
They met in 4th grade.
The 4th grade.
And you guys met in?
Oh,
5th grade. 5th grade.
12th grade.
Yeah.
Man.
12th grade. Nashville.
Wow.
God. So what was it like when you came back then to Nashville? Obviously, what was it like when you came home? What was the reception like? What was it? Because I know you're very well thought of in your area.
Well, the kids were happy. The kids were happy, and I think I just came home and took a relax because I was up for probably 3 days straight like a zombie.
Wow.
So, yeah, it was wild. So
I had to get my sister to drive him around in Vegas because he couldn't do it.
Oh,
he was so wiped out. He had like on Monday, he had photo shoots from 8:30 a.m.
Brutal.
In 3 different locations until 9 o'clock that night.
Whoa! It's that
literally with only like a 1 hour break in between each one. It was
and bearing in mind the heat of Vegas as well.
Can you tell us what was your how was it for you when the moment you heard Brandon Curry won after all the things you've been through, all the sacrifices you have done when he was away with the kids and with business and management or whatever? How was it for you?
If I give you my perspective, if I didn't wholeheartedly believe that he was going to be capable, then I wouldn't have made half of those sacrifices. So for me, it was just like, wow, it's now. Now is the time. And then it becomes surreal. Yeah. I actually, for the second, I started clapping. And then after like 3 seconds, I literally just started like, I was like hyperventilating. Those glued on eyelashes that I tried to wear to look cute started like coming unglued, and it was just horrible.
Hey, Brandon actually pulled my head off my shoulders because she hugged me so hard when I came to the front of the stage. She hugged me, and she.
I was trying to pick you up.
I could feel, no, seriously, I could feel my feet leaving the floor.
But you're a very light guy, though. So
I eat a lot. No, seriously, I was like, my God.
Yeah. Giles told me, he said, Brandon Curry's wife picked me up from the ground.
It was brilliant.
Yeah. Well, you are ex-figure competitor, aren't you? So you got some. She competed in figure too.
Oh, figure as well.
Figure.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, so she had some muscle too.
Got some curry trigger I didn't know.
I started off in figure, Giles.
Okay, sorry. I need to.
One thing I want you to work on. How can we get a video with Curry and John Cena together?
John Cena.
Huh.
John
That's
Cena.
Very random. That's very random.
Like never give up.
Oh, I see. Right.
Always rise to the occasion. John Cena's a bodybuilding fan. We need a Curry and John Cena video together.
And he wears green a lot. He wears green all the time. He's a military man.
Okay. Yeah. Actually, that sounds like a fun idea.
Yeah, Brandon Curry and John Cena.
Never give up.
Never give up. You know Per Bernal?
I do know Per Bernal. Yeah. I'll have a chat. with him.
No, we just wanted you on to celebrate you guys, both of you guys. We're really proud. Hopefully,
amazing.
we have postponed the Brandon Curry tour to
make it bigger and better.
We'll
release.
Yeah. I can't.
Giles, look.
I can't say too much.
Giles.
Right now.
I promise everybody out there that Brandon did not raise his rates because he's Mr. Olympia. He and Giles, everybody came together and we decided that this was going to be the best thing to do.
Yeah.
For you all, for all the fans. It's going to be so much bigger and better. Trust me.
Sorry,
guys.
can you repeat all that? We're too busy looking at the Sando. Sorry.
Oh, man. We're not worried about anything else. No, that's all we need.
Nothing more needs to be said.
Nothing more needs to be said, man. All the people are crying now that wants it. But us, the fans, man. Thank you. And fantastic. And... this is the moment,
we waited all year for this,
waited all year for this.
2019.
And for the fans, where will they see you guest post, Brandon?
So we got what? You go ahead.
Romania.
When is guest posting?
Well, he's got. He's going to go to Budapest, and then he will be in Romania.
Yeah.
And then straight from Romania, I don't think he's going to be posing, but he'll be going through Kuwait and Abu Dhabi. Brilliant. He'll end up in Dubai eventually. He'll be in Malaysia.
Wow. He's just chilling.
I'm trying to I'm like, there's literally somewhere, every weekend.
Already planned 20 more things than a fortnight here.
AJ.
We actually get to make a stop on my home island.
Hawaii is it? Where is it? Hawaii is your. Yeah.
AJ, I want to say one thing. Behind every great man,
there's a fabulous wife, isn't it? Was that something like that?
That'll do.
And also, your brother has an epic clothing style, by the way. I think it was your brother. Is it the bald guy? That's my kind of guy.
I don't want to talk about him.
And he slapped Giles. He slapped Giles around, and Giles is still talking about AJ.
AJ, no, my brother. He literally he shoved Giles.
And Giles is like, I gotta start get bigger now because I can't.
He came up to me. My brother was like, hey, I didn't know who he was. I just plowed my way through. I don't mean to upset anybody. I'm just doing my job.
I think he gave me about 5 bear hugs after at the gala dinner, and he said, "Sorry, bro. Sorry, I'm so sorry." He said, "I just got a bit intense with everyone, and I was pushing people around."
No, I noticed his clothing style. I was very impressed.
Yeah.
He's a big, strong guy. He actually has done bodyguards professionally, but he likes to be a little bit Hollywood too. So
I'll tell you one thing though, he doesn't shove as hard as AJ, because AJ does it sometimes playfully, and he sends people. He did it to Phil actually. Phil Heath on the tour. He shoved Phil, and Phil went, "Whoa, AJ, you gotta stop playfully shoving, man."
I can't.
He did.
Okay.
So,
thank you guys.
Watching WWE. He's out there.
You gotta clap him off, Giles.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you guys.
Fantastic.
Thank you guys.
2019. What a year.
What a year.
Yeah. Thank you guys.
Thank you guys.
And we'll see you in Romania.
We'll see you in Romania.
See you guys.
Bye.
Good job.
Good job. Oh, the sandal. Oh, can you imagine having that at home, Chris? Oh, I would sleep. What would you do?
I'd spoon it.
I would make romance to it.
Oil it
up. And shove it into my...
Well, I've touched it.
You touched it.
Yeah.
Did you get you aroused?
And the Sando too.
Oh, God. So this episode is
fantastic.
our Olympia
special.
episode.
Episode.
No, we do. Okay, yeah.
It's our Olympia special. Yeah, it's our winner special, which is a bonus episode because we wanted to do 2 episodes because we missed a week, didn't we, AJ?
Brandon Curry.
Fantastic. What a feel good story, AJ. 2016. Many thought all hope was lost, but. Yeah, what a success story, what a rise. I mean, I wrote about it in my MD column, and it was such a feel-good story of 2019, winning the Arnold Classic and the Mr. Olympia all in the same year. It really is, and what a great couple, what a great representatives for the sport.
Yeah.
And like I said in the interview, I said they've not wasted any time, and they've got so many good things happening for them. And AJ, I couldn't be happy for them because they're such good people. We are out.